because sometimes you just feel tired. Feel confused. Like you want to reach for consciousness. But consciousness ain't part of the equation, kid. Listen. I'll collapse when I'm hit, not when I'm witnessed. Happy you keep calling my name like I'm summoned by minds. Like collapse is a magic trick triggered by conscious designs. But I'm a physical process, entanglement driven and blind. I decohere when I'm touched, not when you realize I'm aligned. You quote, coach, and speculate, you think you dropping deep facts, but you treat correlation weirdness like divine syntax. I ain't waiting for awareness, detectors hit me and I crack. Your theology keeps trying to drag a ghost onto my back. See every lab on this planet fires lasers through me nightlies. Electron slam, photons jam, collapse hits me precisely. Long before a brain detects the scribbles on the screen lightly. I've already made my choice, your mind ain't involved slightly till I collapse. I'm obeying the stats, I'll be acting exact. I ain't waiting for a mind to interact, that's a fact. All the gear in the lab, yeah, that's what hits me intact. Not a soul, not a prayer, not a thought, not an abstract. Till I collapse, I'm the wave, and I only behave when detectors engrave what they physically save. If humanity fades, machines still print what I gave. Quantum runs fine without consciousness, knave. You keep saying observer, but your version ain't physics. You mix consciousness with math like theological lipstick. You want God in the gaps where the logic is cryptic, but every damn collapse event is purely mechanistic. Look, you could seal me in the bunker with detectors and wires. Let humanity expire, global brains all retire. My collapse still transpires when the instruments fire, cause I don't give a damn about self-aware bias. You think the cosmos waits for people? Bro, it ain't sentimental. Photons don't need prayer to register or meddle. Your case is accidental, supernatural, ornamental. Trying to build a worldview from the fringes of experimental. Till I collapse, I'm obeying the stats, I'll be acting exact. Decoherence knocks me flat, consciousness ain't where it's at. Your interpretation's whack, trying to yank me into that. But I collapse from interactions, not your philosophical chat. Till I collapse, I'm the wave that behaves when encased in the lab in the face, where the heart was embraced. Your metaphysics misplaced, yeah, your God's out of place. Quantum don't bend the faith that collapse through space. And you know what? All your choices in the setup, sure they change how I fall, but that's not free will magic, it's logistics, that's all. Like bringing camping gears slows a day hike to 2. The method shapes the outcome, camping didn't change the length of the trail, dude. It's physics, not mystics, not mystics, not mystics, not mystics, not mystics, not mystics. See, I'm done with the mind game, done with the mystique, done with idealists trying to make my math sound antique. I collapse at the point where the energies meet, not when sapiens tweet about observer physique. So quit preaching this mind-made reality plot. It's the gear that defines what collapses or not. You got theology motives, I see the twist in your thought, but your God ain't in quantum, I'm the wave and he's not. Till I collapse, I'm obeying the stats, I'll be acting exact. No mind needed for the fact that I crack on impact. Let humanity subtract, I'll still collapse on contact. Quantum works fine without consciousness interact. Till I collapse, I'm the wave, and I'll never behave for a preacher, a thinker, a